Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in Mesa, Arizona, and I'm super excited to walk you guys through the completion of my latest flip. This is a luxury flip, and this project is absolutely incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So we're here at the exterior of the property. This property is located in Northeast Mesa. This is a no HOA community, and it's in a wonderful little cul-de-sac. This is one of the most coveted areas of the city of Mesa, primarily because it's no HOA, so you can pretty much do whatever you want to your property here. If you want to build a casita or if you want to add RV gates, there's really no problem. You can paint your house any color here. So I want to walk you guys through some of the enhancements that we made to the property on the exterior. So starting here, you can see that we added some really lush landscaping here, some really nice plants just to brighten it up a little bit. It already has some really nice mature trees, so we didn't really do much with those, but trim them up. And as you can see, we completely painted the property. We went with a Southwest Spanish style paint scheme. So this is like a cream color mixed with like a charcoal black. I really like the way it turned out. I think it looks great with the terracotta roof tiles. We're getting some really good feedback on this property, but let me know what you think about the paint color in the comments. Let's go inside and check out the interior. Welcome home, guys. Oh, hey, welcome in. Well, now that you're inside the house, let me tell you a little bit more about the property. This property was built in 1979. It's a total of 3,300 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms in the main house, and it also has a casita with its own bathroom and little kitchenette. So right off the main entry, you find the formal living area. And as you can see, it's a really good space with a lot of natural light. One of my favorite things about this particular room is how big it is and how high the ceilings are. Also, as you can see, it's got these wonderful beams all the way across, and they have a nice natural wood look. So these beams were actually an all white color in the past. They were just painted over. So we wanted to bring them back to life. So we sanded them down and we stained them, and we got this amazing color out of them. And I really love the way it turned out. Another one of my favorite things that features for this particular room is this huge oval window. This is a custom window. You're not gonna be able to just go to Home Depot and buy this thing. This thing is massive, absolutely massive. And one of the things was that it was actually broken. So we didn't replace the window, but we did have to replace the glass. So it has all new glass on there. And I think it came out great. I think it really adds a nice view to this family formal living area. So right off of the formal living area, we have a hallway that takes us to the bedrooms. And this way we have the living area and the kitchen. But on the way, if you wanna grab yourself a beverage, or make yourself a cocktail or a little glass of wine, we installed this wonderful little wine bar. I really like the way it looks. It came out amazing. So here's some of the things we did. We went with all new cabinets. These are white oak cabinets, quartz countertops. We went with a 5x5 Bedrosian tile, and we added this nice white oak shelf to match the cabinets. I think it's a really nice touch to this property, and I really love the way it came out. So what do you guys think? Is this something that you would want in your house? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, now let's check out the family room. Oh, hey, you're back. Well, let me show you the family room. Some of the features that we added to this family room are we added all new can lighting. This room used to be a lot darker because there was no other lighting in here. So we wanted to add some nice natural light with the door, and we wanted to add some new can lighting. We also installed a ceiling fan. This ceiling fan used to be all the way in the corner, but we wanted it more in the center so that it flowed better with the room. And obviously the statement piece here for this family room is this entertainment wall. This is all tile wall. And what we did here was installed an LED fireplace with TV outlets up here. So one of the cool things about this is that we added a little 4-inch lip there. So that way, if you have to put cables or anything back there, you can tuck your TV right in there and it looks like a seamless TV. So I really love the way this came out. I think it's a statement piece. I think it really brings the property together and it's the center point for this family room. So right off of the family room, we have the formal dining area. Before, this place was completely enclosed, so it was like a little studio office. We decided to open it up a little bit to give the property a really formal dining area. So as you can see, what we did here, we added this wonderful bubble chandelier. I really love the way it came out. We also stained the beams just like we did throughout the entire house, and of course, new flooring as well. So I really love the size of this room. I can see this room being amazing for Thanksgiving, holidays, and just everyday dinners. This is the perfect room for that. Right off of the formal dining area, we have everybody's favorite spot, the kitchen. And as you can tell, this kitchen was meticulously planned out. The previous kitchen layout was like this horseshoe shape that did not really provide a lot of room for people to hang out and congregate, right? So what we wanted to do is we wanted to open this space up to make it feel a little bit bigger than it actually is. So one of the biggest things that we did here is we actually raised the ceiling height. This ceiling had a soffit all the way across, which made it about another foot shorter, and it really felt small and you felt tiny in there. So you felt kind of like the kitchen was just right on top of you. So the first thing we did is we opened that up and we raised the ceiling height to about 9.5 feet here. So as you can tell, it's a good open space and it feels a lot bigger. And the other thing we wanted to do is change the floor plan, change the layout of the kitchen completely. So instead of keeping that same horseshoe style kitchen, what we did is we turned it into this L-shaped kitchen with the big kitchen island in the middle. Obviously, everybody knows this is everybody's favorite part of the kitchen. Nobody ever really eats in the dining room. Everybody just hangs out around here. This is where all the best conversations happen. So we wanted to make sure that we put a really nice kitchen island as a centerpiece. So the countertops that we went with here are all white quartz countertops with some really nice gray and beige veining. I think it looks great with the white oak cabinets. It really brings everything together. The backsplash that we decided to go with was a 5x5 backsplash, Bedrosian backsplash. So as you can tell, this backsplash has a little bit of a texture to it. It's not just smooth. It has a little bit of a texture, and it's not just white. It's got different tones of white, and I think it really just makes everything come together in this kitchen. For the lower cabinets, we went with all white oak lower cabinets, as you can see. I think it really matches well with the flooring color that we went with. But for the uppers, we wanted to do a little bit of a two-tone. We wanted to mix it up a bit. So we went with all white shaker cabinets on the uppers and white oak on the lowers. I wasn't really sure about how that was gonna look, but now that I see it and it's all come together, I love the way it looks. Now, for some of the hardware, we decided to go with black hardware. I think it really stands out when everything else is white and then you have your black hardware here and your black hardware for your cabinet pulls as well. And of course, with a new house, you have to have all new appliances. So we went with a much nicer appliance package. This is a Frigidaire gallery package. As you can see here, we have an electric Frigidaire, microwave here, and of course the Frigidaire gallery sink. Now, some of the other features and upgrades that we made to this kitchen area is we added some can lighting in here to make sure it's nice and bright, but we also added these two wonderful pendant lights. They're right above the island. I think they offer a really nice touch, and I think it really brings this kitchen together, making the island the centerpiece for this kitchen. So right off of the kitchen, we have the laundry room area, which also includes a pantry. So as you can see here, we have a really nice, good sized laundry. We added this cabinet here so you can fold your clothes, store some stuff. Then we also added some additional cabinet space up here, making it convenient for more storage as well. Of course, the property has a walk-in pantry, which is back here. So it's got enough space for anything that you need. And one of my favorite things about this is kind of a butler's pantry because you can put some of your appliances back here if you like if you don't want to have your coffee maker out, or if you don't want to have your air fryer, you can put stuff out here. We have an outlet conveniently located, and it'll keep your countertop space nice and clean with nothing on it. And on this side, we have a little half bath. This is perfect for guests, or if you're in the kitchen area, you don't have to go all the way to the master bath or the guest bath. There's a little hall bath here. It's perfect. It's also perfect for the outside. If you're using the pool, you can just pop in to this bathroom real quick. All right, so now let's go check out some of the bedrooms and the rest of the house. So as I mentioned, this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath in the main house. And here we have 3 of the bedrooms. We have bedroom number 1, which faces the street. In here, we have all new flooring, all new ceiling fans, all new closet doors, entirely new door package, and of course, fresh paint throughout the entire property. And then we have bedroom number 2, which is also very similar, same style. And then over here, we have bedroom number 3. Bedroom number 3 has its own little patio that you can step out on. So I kind of like that. If you want to step out, I think this would be like a perfect teenager room or something like that. So you can go outside, hang out with your friends. If you want to be on the phone, or if anyone's being loud, you can just get some fresh air and step outside. I really like that feature about this bedroom. But let's go check out the hallway bath. So here we have the hallway bath. As you can see, all new cabinets. We went with white shaker cabinets on this one. We also included a 24 by 48 Shandar tile. It's a gray color tile. I really like the way it looks, especially with the 5 by 5 tile that we added to the shower. We added a brand new tub, all new lighting. We added some wonderful sconce lighting, and of course, double vanities. So for a house with this bedroom size, there's probably gonna be a big family living here. So we wanted to make sure that we included double vanities just in case, a couple people need to get ready at the same time. I really love the way this bathroom came out. I think it's a really good size and it's perfect for a family. Now it's time to check out the primary bedroom. So stepping into the primary bedroom, we have this wonderful size bedroom. As you can see, this bedroom is absolutely huge. Some of the updates that we made to this bedroom is we wanted to make sure to add some can lighting. It was pretty dark in here, so we added some can lighting. We also added a brand new ceiling fan to keep, it nice and cool in here. And my favorite addition to the primary bedroom is this LED fireplace entertainment wall. So this is really cool. We used a black 24 by 48 tile with an LED fireplace. And up here, although we don't have a TV mounted at the moment, we do have an outlet for a TV. So when you're ready to move in, you can install your TV, and it's a perfect little entertainment wall. All right, so right off of the primary bedroom, we have the primary bath. And as you can see, we completely went off in here. This primary bath used to be very small and tight. Had a couple walls here that kind of made the space feel really tight. So we wanted to open this up. We also wanted to brighten it up. There was zero lighting in here. So the first thing that we did is once we had it all opened up, we added some can lighting to the primary bath. We also added these wonderful sconces. And then we went ahead and installed an all new shower. Now this shower, we really did some meticulous planning with this one. As you can see, we went with a vertical tile. This is a vertical strata tile by Bedrosian. As you can see, it's got these vertical lines that just flow from the top all the way to the bottom, and they match up completely well. Now, on the other sides of the wall, we went with the 5 by 5 Bedrosian tile that you've been seeing throughout the entire property. We feel that this combination really makes the vertical lines really stand out, and it really makes the black hardware really pop out. For the floor, we went with a 24 by 48 cream color. I really like the way it flows. As you can see, this is a curbless shower, so it was a little bit more work to make this thing curbless. But when you're trying to sell a house with a little more luxury, you have to add these luxury touches for the buyer to really feel like, okay, these guys really thought this out. Of course, for the vanity, we went with the double vanity, his and her vanity, with some wonderful cabinet space. Same white oak cabinets throughout the entire property. And we went with the 48-inch mirror with these wonderful sconces. I think it adds just the perfect amount of lighting for this primary bathroom, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. All right, so we're not quite done yet. This property also has a 650 square foot casita. So let's go check it out. All right, so welcome to the casita. As you can tell, this casita is absolutely massive. And what we wanted to do here is we wanted to make this into a very versatile space for the end buyer. So this can actually be a bedroom, it can be an office space, it can be a game room. It has everything that you need to be as versatile as possible. So one of the biggest updates that we made is we wanted to add a full kitchen. So we went ahead and we added electric range, electric microwave, all new cabinet package as well. And of course, we did a brand new sink and a brand new refrigerator. So we feel that adding this kitchenette to this property is gonna add about $100,000 worth of value to this project. So we're really excited with the way it came out. Now, the cool thing about the casita is it also has its own full bathroom. So come check out some of the upgrades that we made to this bathroom. So not only does the bathroom have this massive closet space, it also has this massive shower. So we knew we wanted to really update this shower because we did not want to go with the plastic surround, but we didn't quite know exactly what we wanted to go with. So I did a little bit of research and I ran into this tile, which is like an aloe green color. And I said, hey, you know what? Why not experiment with a little pop of color in the casita? And I absolutely love the way it came out. These are 2.5 by 8-inch tiles. They're an aloe green color. They're different colors of like turquoise and darker green. We went with the white grout and then we went with a round penny mosaic tile. I really love the way it looks, especially with the black hardware. I think this shower came out amazing and I'm gonna be using this tile a lot more. Let me know what you think about this tile color in the comments. All right, guys, so we're now in the backyard. And of course, every Arizona property has to have a pool. And some of the biggest updates that we made were in the backyard. So we went with all new cool decking. As you can see, all this is brand new. Before it was all chipped and cracked everywhere. So we came in here and we laid all new cool decking. We also did all new plaster, all new pool tiles. And as far as the landscaping goes, we went with 25 of these wonderful ficus columns all the way across, as you can see. And as far as landscaping goes, we went with a bright desert gravel. It's a really nice decorative gravel. I think it really brings the backyard together. We didn't go too crazy as far as adding grass and things like that. I'm gonna leave that for the end buyer. Of course, if they wanna pick up all this gravel and install turf or grass, they're definitely gonna have the option to do so. We definitely left enough space, but we wanted to make it just enough where you can tell that, hey, we made some investment here. We're trying to make this look nice, but I didn't wanna blow the bank in the backyard because at the end of the day, the buyer might come in here and say, I don't like the way this looks, pull it all out and do it their own way. So we like to leave that option on the table. I really love the way this backyard came out. And right after this video, I'm gonna jump in the pool because it is extremely hot today. So one of my goals on this channel is to be 100% transparent with you guys. So although the property looks amazing now, I do wanna let you know it was a pretty difficult project. There was a couple things that went wrong with it. One of the biggest things was that we had to fire a contractor mid-job. We've worked with this guy for many, many projects. He's did a really good job with us in the past, but for some reason, at this point, he was just taking too long. He was making too many excuses. And instead of just, working it with him, we had to let him go. We brought in a brand new crew. This is our first time working with them, and they did an amazing job on finishing it up. So that did cause a little bit of delays there. One of the other big problems that we had was when we originally bought the property, we had given the sellers a few days, about 45 days to stay in the property after we closed so that they could go and move and find their place. Well, the entire time, those 45 days, they never looked for a place, they never moved. So unfortunately, we had to file an eviction, which cost us a couple $1,000s to do. We actually hate doing that. It's not our favorite thing to do, but we had to do it because they wouldn't leave. So once we filed the eviction, they got in gear and they left, but they left us a huge mess. So we had to clean up a bunch of personal property, a bunch of junk, trash everywhere. We had to clean it up. Cleanup wasn't that much of a problem. It's more of the actual delay on the project, right? So unfortunately that delayed us another 2 months. So this project is actually behind schedule about 2 months now, just based on these 2 delays. And obviously that cost us some money, but you know, we did. But overall, I'm really happy with the way the project came out, and I'm excited for it to hit the market here in the next few days. And I'm excited to see what the market has to say. You know, I have a personal attachment with these projects because I personally designed them. So sometimes I try not to take the feedback personally, but it's hard not to, right? So I'm really excited to see what the market has to say about this one. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part. We're gonna break down the numbers on this deal. The purchase price for this property was $430,000. Our renovation cost for this property was about $175,000. So we did go over budget about $25,000. A majority of that was with the roof and the pool, of course. We ended up holding this property for about 7 months now, and we anticipate that it'll sell within the next 2 months. So our total hold time on this is gonna be 9 months, which is a little bit longer than we like to be, but overall, the project still seems to be profitable. Our exit price for this one, so our after repair value is gonna be $875,000. So after we pay agent commissions and we pay closing costs, this project should net us about $160,000 in profit in just 8 months. All right, guys, well, that's all for this video. My channel is all about teaching you how to get rich through real estate. So I hope you were able to learn something. And if you did, please share it with a friend. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out on my YouTube journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.